So where were we? Ah, yes. I was describing how I am addicted to new things. I have Neophilia. And the problem with that is that traditionally it has caused me to feel distracted and send me off on the wrong direction when I'm trying to get something important achieved. So what I've found is that I can serve that desire for new things, but I can also get the important things done simply by feeding that desire for new things, integrating the new things into the single project. Because you don't know what you don't know. When I started on this particular project, I didn't really know about the technical setup. I didn't know about having to buy a different camera. I thought that I would just be able to film on my phone, using the mic in the phone, and everything would be cool. I didn't realize that I had to consider lighting. I didn't realize I had to consider some kind of consistency of approach, a schedule, a structure. All of the different pieces of the jigsaw fell together after I started. There were pieces of the jigsaw I did not even know needed to be placed to make the big picture. So where I'm going with this is, if you are concerned with not finishing a task because you are attracted to the new, pick a venture, pick a project to which you feel you can, nail your colours to. Pick that important thing that you wish to achieve, and then satisfy your desire for new shiny objects by integrating useful elements into the project. And by so doing, you're going to create a structure for your project. This is very different to starting something and then just wandering off and starting something else. Bear in mind that at the beginning of any project, you're going to have a lot of excitement. There's going to be a bit of a hiss and a roar. And soon you will pass into an area of informed pessimism, because you realize it's not as easy as you thought it would be. And once you pass informed pessimism and realize it's not as easy as you thought it was going to be, you're going to plummet down into some kind of sense of defeat or loss. Most people, when they get to that dip, that's when they stop and find something else to do to replace the adrenaline rush. And so you start a project, you realize it's difficult, you find despair, so you start another project. What I'm saying is, when you get to that pit, right at the bottom of that curve, that's when you have to dig deeper, you have to push harder, so that you can rise out of that dip, and then, having integrated new ideas, new systems, new technologies, new ways of doing things, having achieved that knowledge, which you didn't have an idea about at the beginning, having got that knowledge, now you're going to go over the line from informed pessimism into informed optimism. At some stage, if you push hard enough and integrate enough elements into your project, you will come to the stage where you realize, yes, I can do this. Now, there is a problem, because when you get to the yes, I can do this stage, it's possible that you will feel satiated emotionally. And you might say to yourself, yes, you see, I knew I could do this, and then you quit. Well, my friend, that's not good enough. When you get to the stage of informed optimism, because you've done the pushing through, you've learned the mistakes, you've overcome the mistakes, when you get into that feel-good place, that is when you have to be really careful. There's an old proverb about the last mile being the longest. That's very true when it comes to achieving a project of any kind. What you may find is that when you can see the finish line, that's when you just take your foot off the gas. Again, not good enough, my friend. When you can see the finish line, that's when you have to keep the pressure on the gas, keep going towards the end. I'm personally quite frightened of the idea of failing my 60-day project. And one way I'm overcoming this fear is by sitting here now, because I've got to the stage now where I'm creating a video ahead of time so I can schedule it in, because I know I've got things to do tomorrow. My point being that previously I would have used the fact that I've got things to do tomorrow as my excuse for not doing the thing. Do you see my reasoning here? Forget about the excuses, reject the excuses, start to integrate structure, schedule, routine and operation into your processes. Make it easy for yourself. Oil the wheels, grease the skids. Integrate new, fresh ideas into your project, like it's a jigsaw puzzle into which you're inserting the pieces so that you can complete the picture. And so, my valued friends and fellow seekers, I hope this has been useful to you. It's been useful to me. It's nice to riff and freeform once in a blue moon. I'm going to follow this story up with another one about the difference between discipline and talent. So looking forward to talking to you about that. I'll be here tomorrow with the same format, same ideas, but I'll leave you with one final thought if I may, which is whatever you dare to do or dare to dream, begin it now.